45 minutes to decide who takes the night into 6th place in the freshman division. The Southampton Whalers and the Connetquot Sayville T-Birds separated by just 2 points. The 10-6-0 Southampton Whalers, 9-9-0 Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds. T-Birds in 7th place, Whalers in 6th place. Whalers coming off a 3-0 shutout win over Smithtown Hauppauge Blue. 2 goals from Cam Minardi and the goal and an assist from Martin O'Sullivan in that one. And the T-Birds an 8-0 shutout loss to the top seed East Islip Chiefs back on March the 13th. Daniel Friars and Jake Degenfelder splitting time in that game. The T-Birds come in 3-2 in their last 5, hoping to get a big win in their penultimate game of the regular season before they close out the season this upcoming weekend. And for the Whalers, they get to finish things out on Wednesday night after they hope for a big-time victory here in this one. Or excuse me, Wednesday is just one of their final few games. Well, you got a very busy final week. Their last game was back last Wednesday, and then this week they play 4 games in 5 nights. Tonight, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 games to close out the regular season. And I'm sure for their sake, hoping that they can continue on the winning trend, get into the playoffs, and maybe get a little time off over the weekend before they have the relatively quick turnaround before the postseason. With Wally Mitchell on camera, I'm Brady Campbell here on the North Rink. Freshman action on deck next here on LISN. We'll be right back with Puck Drop. Back here on LISN, set for Puck Drop. Starting goalies, Whalers going with number 33, Scott Armusewicz III. 9 starts, 3.07 goals against, 5.30-0 on the season. He's opposed by number 1, Jake Degenfelder. 5 starts, 2.98 goals against, 6.20-0 on the campaign. Whalers in the home white. And in the road, looks like black practice unis tonight are the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds. As we'll reset for Puck Drop. Puck down underway here on the North Ring. 2 big points on the line as both teams try and secure their spot in the freshman postseason. Declan McNamee has his pass blocked off. Back on it again for the Whalers, who, of course, famously started their season 0-3. And then faced a 3-0 Smithtown Hauppauge Blue team. Dominated them, and that completely turned their season around. Of course, their last game, they shut out the Bulls of Smithtown Hauppauge Blue as a shot on, padded aside that time from Degenfelder on the try from Goldstein. O'Sullivan, always got to keep an eye on him. One of the captains for this Whalers team as it's stripped away and cleared back out. It'll be a bit more difficult here with the practice jerseys. No names on the back for Connetquot Sayville, but we'll make do. Of course, both teams similar color schemes as well, as this one skied out of play. And we get the stoppage. Faceoff will come just outside the T-Bird zone, and it's one back. Degenfelder out of his goal to keep things moving. Behind the net it goes. O'Sullivan trying to dance through. Comes back. D'Angelo, high shot. Catches the glove of Degenfelder and goes over the top. Back out. This is Johnson. Tyler Jones trying to jam it ahead and couldn't get it in. Comes over to Jackson Volpe. Had it blocked off by Kessler. Behind O'Sullivan, but into the offensive zone. And Petrie back on it for the T-Birds. This is Petrie once again. Into the attacking zone. Takes it wide. Petrie. Pass blocked off. Played by the high stick there of Volpe. Next touch, though, by a T-Bird. Goes behind. Hunter Harrington will get to it. Stretches it out off the skate of O'Sullivan. And all the way down to Degenfelder. Didn't get much on it. O'Sullivan's pass blocked off. Comes around, taken by McNamee. Gonna dance through. Reset here by Bradley Proscia. Proscia feeds one on to Dietz. Logan Dietz tied up by O'Sullivan. Cleared back out by the Whalers. Dietz right back in. He's checked. Puck up in the air. Reaching for Ferrante. Cleared back out. Van Gordon under pressure from McNamee. Goldstein trying to reach in to grab it. Could not. T-Birds start the rush back out. 3-on-2. Coming in is Ferrante. He's checked hard to the boards. Dietz behind the goal. Looking to center. Had it blocked off. Proscia on the follow-up. Comes to Ferrante. Steers it right back around. Proscia under pressure. Taking him to the boards. Kevin Kretz. And it comes back out. And the Whalers start the rush back into the blue line is Mistretta. Jack Mooney on it. Back towards the line it comes. Craig tries to step up. Chip back out by Proscia. And D'Angelo to Goldstein. McNamee will deflect it in. Poke behind him. Goldstein on it. Just moves it down. Declan McNamee. Teammates in front. Magnotta slides it through. She got the shot in, but it was stopped. Up top, Goldstein. Looking back door. That one just out of the reach of the intended target. That there was Grady Craig. Goldstein to Craig. Tied up by Van Gordon, but digs it free from a tough angle. Couldn't sneak it past Degenfelder. Goldstein comes over to get it. Great shift here by the Whalers, but it ends with an errant pass for Van Gordon, trying to start something ahead here for the T-Birds. Dances around one. Down on the backhand. Throws one on goal. Not a tough, or I should say not an easy one to handle for Musowitz, and gets it with the shoulder. D'Angelo over to grab it. Bouncing puck. Hinteman tried to jam it on goal. Blocked off. Van Gordon centering pass. Intercepted by Michael Kessler. His pass gets blocked. McNamee starts back ahead for the Whalers. Couldn't sneak around Jack Mooney. D'Angelo turns things right back around. Loads up a wrister. Blocked off and stick to the corner. And the T-Birds try and clear it out. They could not. O'Sullivan holds it in. Flips it cross corner. Kessler on it. Kessler throws it towards the slot. Intercepted by Mooney. O'Sullivan takes the puck. Down to the corner. Looking for Cam Minardi. First time we've called his name tonight. I'm surprised it took 5 minutes. Minardi tied up by Mooney. Up top, Mistretta. Traffic in front. Look, shoots. Goes wide. May have caught a piece of Minardi's tape. But back the other way come the T-Birds. Flipped ahead. Pass flag down by Martin O'Sullivan. Cuts in front of his own goal. Looking for Minardi. Pass didn't connect. Fired down by Trevor Donnelly. T-Bird sneaking in changes here. This is Harrington with time. Redlining in. Petrie back on it. Just about 6 minutes gone. Period number 1. Still looking for our game's first goal. And look out here. Potentially a breakaway. And it is indeed. Shot, score. No, it stayed out. Looked like the official was about to signal goal there, but it's off the post. And no goal, and Minardi back the other way. That was Nicholas Fielding that found himself in alone. Take another look at it when we can. Volpe. After the Whalers had some offensive zone time too, it was nearly the breakaway of Fielding that proved to be the difference early. But Minardi starts it right back in for the Whalers. Cuts to the salt, lets one go, he scores! Cam Minardi gets the party started for the Whalers. They take the 1-0 lead. Just not a player that you want to give that much room to in the slot. He's able to use the defender as traffic there in front to sneak it through. And another look at that breakaway as well for Fielding here. Pass got slowed up, but he was able to take it in. And let's get another look. I'm not going to say anything, but I think we're all thinking the same thing as Kretz centers. McNamee backdoor. That one wouldn't go. Dietz skates it back out. D'Angelo on it. And the Whalers perhaps lucky that they're the ones in front 1-0 as that's a glove save from Degenfelder. He'll hold on. We'll take a look at that one more time. I believe that hits the post and then that back middle bar behind Armusewicz. And no video replay review, but that certainly is what it looks like. But it is 1-0 Southampton after the goal from Minardi. Centering pass blocked off, cleared back out by the T-Birds. And here's Proscia trying to take it wide on Craig, who wouldn't let him through. Team leading 29th of the year for Minardi. Halfway through period one. And Southampton with the 1-0 lead. Stretch pass misses its intended target. That's going to go down for an icing against Southampton. .725 left. Can the T-Birds get the response? Pretty evenly played the first half, if you will, of period one. Skated out by Kretz. Kretz with the dump in, rolling towards the goal. Degenfelder has to move it quickly and does. Clears it back out to center. Harrington misplayed it. Stepped up on Proscia to make sure that he wasn't going in alone. Tansey forcing the pressure on Goldstein. Comes back towards the line. Racing after it is Mooney. Tansey knocked to the ice. And back out McNamee. Declan McNamee takes it wide, so drag around one. Kretz across. It flubbed off the end of his stick. Back around McNamee. Hands always on display from number 53. Here he is again. Goes up top to the point. D'Angelo shot scooped up. The rebound. No, just trickles over the line. And it's 2-0 Whalers. Not sure who got the last touch on it. We'll get another look here. The shot from D'Angelo. Looked like it was going to be scooped up there from Degenfelder, but he didn't get a touch on it. And the Whalers able to find the back of the net again. They're going to give it to D'Angelo. I'm not entirely sure if another Whaler got a stick on it in tight. But for right now, it's Aiden D'Angelo's third goal of the season. Puts his team in front 2-0. And here's O'Sullivan to the circle off the post, and the rebound off the stick of Minardi. Cleared back out in the foot race that Craig wins. Gave one away, and in tight, trying to catch back up to it. Fielding throws it off the outside of the goal, and it's covered. by our Musowitz. As O'Sullivan and Minardi this close to making it a 3-goal game early in this one. What a duo this has been for Southampton all season. Down low, our Musowitz able to pounce on it. Bouncing puck here, flip back out off the face-off. O'Sullivan makes a power move. Takes it wide, his shot off a stick and misses. Back the other way come the T-Birds. Fielding trying to dance through, does. Fielding throws it across towards Volpe. Good reach by Minardi. Harrington back on it. Head up over to O'Sullivan with 5 minutes left here in period 1. Minardi back into the attacking zone. Dangles through and then takes a heavy check there. Laying the body, Trevor Donnelly. That's one way to stop Cam Minardi from getting on the score sheet. Back the other way, drop pass Volpe. Shot blocked, up in the air, Fielding. Knocks it down on goal, glove save, our Musowitz. Face off to the right of Skylar Musowitz. Cleared right through the slot. McNamee has a beat on it. Goes across to Evan Goldstein. Goldstein from the slot lets one go. Blocker down. T-Birds looking to clear. It's Petrie trying to get it out. And it's held in. Nice dangle, in tight, down to the circle, shot on save, may rebound, trickling through Degenfelder, but he's able to close up and get the whistle. A great look there for the Whalers once again as they're starting to tilt the ice here just a tad in period 1. T-Birds can't really afford to fall behind by 3 here this early. Of course, still plenty of time left. You don't want to give the Whalers too much momentum here early. Cleared back out, Craig back on it. Quick cut. Working away from Hinteman. Goes across to McNamee. McNamee takes it wide, steers it in front, got all the way through past Kretz. Craig unable to hold the zone. Cross for D'Angelo. On for Kevin Kretz. McNamee couldn't grab it. Kretz back to McNamee. For Goldstein. Look out. Got clipped there. Could have been a lot worse by Chase McManus. McManus holds it in. Goes down low with it. Chance from a tough angle. Musowitz made the save. The rebound lands in his glove. 3:02 left in the period. Dietz in after it. Back out to the line. Shot ramps off a stick and into the netting. And we get another whistle. Right through the slot. That one goes once more. Marley Magnotta after it. Jams it ahead. Shot from the line. Gloved and held once again by our Musowitz. Thinking the officials want them to play it. But some black jerseys in front of him, so he thinks better of it. Gets the whistle. 2:37 left here in the frame. That clearing attempt blocked down by Proscia. Jammed towards the line. Now towards the goal. Dietz was reaching for it. Would have had a good look in the slot, but couldn't get it. Now O'Sullivan looking for Mistretta. Knocked down by Donnelly. Magnata checked hard to the boards. It looks like we have a penalty upcoming. Roughing the call. It's against CSY. And it's Proscia that's going to go. And the first power play of the game belongs to the Whalers of Southampton, already with a 2-0 lead late here in period 1. The power play for almost the remainder of the first. Still pretty early, but still a massive sequence here for Connetquot Sayville, trying to keep this within 2. McNamee. Shot towards the goal, blocked off by Petrie. Bouncing puck settled and cleared by Connetquot Sayville. And D'Angelo back on it. Up the boards, banks it out. Cam Minardi in stride. Minardi takes it wide. Looks, centers in the skates of McNamee, looking to pass it off. Got blocked. McNamee trying to dangle through. Look out, fielding. Doesn't have much gas left in the tank, so he'll just shoot it on goal from the red line. Stopped by Armusewicz. Goldstein ahead to McNamee. 90 left in the period. McNamee, what a pass to Craig. Craig from a tough angle. And I believe getting a piece was Degenfelder. Pass comes back out. And pressure here from Fielding. Gets the steal. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Fielding across. Quick one-timer. Fought off that time by Armusewicz. Trying to go against the grain there was Tyler Jones. Another try. Fielding turning and shooting wouldn't go. 1 minute left in the period. 44 and counting left on the power play for Southampton. As Minardi back in. Drops it to McNamee. All the way across. Return feed on the backhand. Minardi scores! That was gross. What a passing play from Southampton. Cam Minardi, the beneficiary on the back end. Minardi, McNamee, Goldstein, Minardi. Should say Goldstein, McNamee, Minardi, one more. Might have to expand the saying of tic-tac-toe after that passing play. A PPG for Southampton, exactly 43 seconds left in the period. And a massive late goal to bring their lead to 3. Do they have more? Minardi. Back in for the Whalers. Opens up in the circle. Lets one go. Kept out by Degenfelder. Rebound. Wouldn't go from O'Sullivan. And comes back out for Harrington. Pass off the stick of Minardi. If you want to look up perfect passing, especially on the power play in the dictionary, I think that play might be at the top of the list. Might have to show the Islanders that passing play there as the first period comes to an end. All Whalers 3-0 after 1. As they get goals from Minardi, D'Angelo, and Minardi times 2. Still 30 minutes left. What can the Whalers do for a comeback? We'll find out next here. Period 2 on the way on LISN. Back for period number 2 on LI Sports Network with Wally Mitchell on camera. I'm Brady Campbell. It's a 3-0 lead to start the second for Southampton over Connetquot Sayville as McNamee trying to make it 4. He stopped in tight by Degenfelder, and I think the referee wanted him to move it there, and eventually he complies. Awkward start to the period here in this freshman division matchup. Final few games for both these sides. Dietz in, his shot goes high. Tanzi gets to it, throws it in front. Dietz spinning backhander, knocked down by Armusewicz. McNamee clears it out. Magnotta lets it go for Goldstein, who draws a penalty, then gets knocked down to the ice by Tanzi, but Tanzi's going to go. So Tanzi to the box and back to the power play. Goes the 1-for-1 Southampton Whalers. Comes back and immediately a shot off the post from O'Sullivan. Another close call for number 95 in white, but it comes back out to center. And a shot short-handed from a tough angle was stopped. Looks like the penalty is a bench minor. Nate Tanzi serving. I thought it was on his hooking call on the back check. It looks like it's a bench minor here, and either way, on the kill are the T-Birds, but they get the clear. 40 seconds gone on the penalty. Jammed ahead, held in by Fielding. Keeps it north. D'Angelo, stretch pass. That one misfires. Petrie back on it. And he'll hammer it back out to center halfway through the power play. Minardi cross ice. Here's D'Angelo. Brings it back in. Takes it wide. Goes back down the boards. O'Sullivan had it knocked away. Fielding off of someone in the Southampton bench. Face-off will likely stay here inside. Here's Goldstein. Goes up top, McNamee. Goes down, Harrington. Throws it looking in front, tied up, and they score! Another PPG for Southampton makes it a 4-0 game. Now it looks like Kevin Kretz. There's a lot of players there in front, couldn't quite tell. He's the one leading the handshake line to the benches. There's the shot off the post from O'Sullivan. And then, Kretz able to find it and jam it past Degenfelder. Southampton picking up where they left off in period 1. Dietz trying to lead a rush back the other way, but it comes back out. Kretz moves it just out of the reach of McNamee. Back in comes Dietz. Dietz lets one go. Looked like Armusewicz got a piece. Harrington reaching for it, held in though. And jammed away by Harrington as he kept it from Ferrante. Back out Goldstein. Leaves it on for Kevin Kretz. Drops it to Evan Goldstein. His shot off the stick of Dietz and behind. And the defenseman joining the rush, Harrington, behind the goal. Gets tied up. And it gets forced back out by the T-Birds. McNamee redlining in. Degenfelder out to stop it. Stretch pass just out of the reach of Jones. Down the ice, did not get a touch on it. It's icing. .25 left, period 2. Faceoff will be to the right of Degenfelder. It comes to Kessler. Turnaround shot. Minardi was stopped. Rebound cleared away. And the T-Birds start the rush going back the other way. Dipping the shoulder. Fielding to the forehand. Fought off. Centering pass. Taken back by Southampton, but given away. One-timer. Jones wouldn't go either. Scott Armusewicz having himself a night right now. As Connetquot Sayville wondering what is it going to take to find the back of the net here. So that one looked like it may have caught the shaft of the stick of Armusewicz. 4 minutes gone in period 2. Connetquot Sayville starting to dial up the pressure as that one certainly caught the stick of number 33 in white. Minardi. 3-on-2, O'Sullivan and Kessler with him. Tried to dangle through, couldn't get by. And it's cleared all the way down the ice. This is going to have enough, though, to be an icing. So we take another look at that one-timer from Tyler Jones. What a pass this was here by Fielding. Quick hands in tight, opens up Jones, and maybe didn't get quite all of it, but that shot was still labeled for the top corner. Armusewicz able to grab it with the glove. McNamee from the slot. Glove saved by Degenfelder. Keeps this game right where it's at. Kevin Kretz from Hunter Harrington, the latest goal. Kretz hit just his second goal of the season. Helps to expand his team's lead. McNamee again and knocked down the rebound, though, and he gets it to go. And Declan McNamee on the board. 5-0 Whalers. Almost identical to that last face-off. This time, though, there was a rebound, and McNamee makes no mistake on the open net. 15th goal of the season. And here they come again. Shot from the slot misses that time from Mistretta. Goldstein flips one back towards the goal, but wide. Held in by Goldstein. Marley Magnotta flips one towards the goal. Scooped up and held by Degenfelder. .10:01 left in period 2. Another offensive zone draw here for Southampton as they go to work once again, and it's Grady Craig. Craig takes it down to the corner. Cycles it to the half wall through traffic. Kessler off a skate and behind. It's Minardi. Minardi cuts back. Reverses it around. O'Sullivan missed the hit there. Swept right through the low slot. Craig over the come get it. Calling for a backdoor was Kessler. Craig went down the boards, and it's flipped back out to center. And D'Angelo back on it. O'Sullivan quickly moves it looking for Kessler. Kessler will play it off the kick plate. Craig racing over the come get it. Knocked back out by Dietz, and Logan Dietz trying to spark Connetquot Sayville. Loads one up, blocker save. It's up in the air and lands behind the goal. D'Angelo skates it in. Opens up. Shot saved. Degenfelder. Rebound cleared behind the goal. Here's Donnelly looking to bring it back out. Just jams it ahead. Couldn't quite get it out. Follow-up try from Mooney. Does. Not all that far, though. Right back in. O'Sullivan powers a shot towards the net, but wide. Turnaround try. Stopped and held by Degenfelder. Exactly 1 minute shy of the halfway point of this one. All Southampton from the jump. 3-2 in their last 5 games. It's been a bit rocky for both these teams. Have identical records in their last 5. But the Whalers have certainly come to play here tonight. Chipped ahead, Fielding, stretch pass. Reaching for it, Volpe. And this is offside against the T-Birds. We'll control the draw here and dump it in. D'Angelo back on it. Saucers run across towards Harrington. Turning with it, Petrie. Under pressure from Goldstein. Goldstein trying to free it up. Petrie back on it. Suchers one out to Volpe. Volpe back to Petrie. Petrie into the attacking zone. Back on the forehand. One more to Fielding. Fielding. High slot. Lets one go. Redirected behind the goalie Armusowitz, but not in, and he had his teammates to help him rescue it. And Harrington nearly sprung for a breakaway, but Madeline Dinkle with a good stick there to keep it away from him. Past the halfway point of regulation time. Remains 5-0 for Southampton. Dinkle to the line, not out, held in. Mistretta, blocker aside by Degenfelder. Rebound cleared away by Dinkle. And Dietz sweeps it ahead. Puck glove down, and that's going to be a hand pass. Unfortunate break there for the T-Birds, as it would have been a 2-on-1. Instead, the whistle. It's been a game full of tough breaks for the T-Birds as Fielding and Connetquot Sayville came this close to getting on the board. Not sure if we're going to be able to see the puck here behind Armusowitz, but it was. And Harrington able to sweep it away from the goal line. Puck comes back out to center, Grady Craig. Pressured here by John Chura, so has to restart, finds a path in. Knocked off the puck, though. And it gets flipped back out. Foot race, Ferrante heading in after it. McNamee gets there ahead of him. McNamee picks up steam into the attacking zone, looking for one more. Got through McNamee. Oh, he couldn't stuff it. Just insane stick handling right there. T-Birds bring it back out. High flip glove down by McNamee. McNamee down to the circle as O'Sullivan in front. He went to shoot, but misfired. Centered it, got through Minardi, up top Craig. Loads up a slapper, looking for O'Sullivan in front. It got blocked off and cleared back out by the T-Birds. And here's Minardi. Towards McNamee, angles it off his skate, right back to Cam Minardi. Minardi down to the circle. Takes it for a stroll behind the goal. Had it knocked off his stick, though. Goes up top towards D'Angelo. It got through him. And all the way down. D'Angelo, full head of steam. Chips it ahead towards Minardi. 3-on-2 as they enter. O'Sullivan trying to handle it. Goes in towards the goal. Reaching for, then covering is Degenfelder. With 5:18 left here in period 2. Face off to the right of Jake Degenfelder. And it comes free and skated back out by the T-Birds. Harrington rolling in on goal where it's covered by our Musewitz. Comes to Fielding. He overskates, though. Centered it. Jones looking for one more. Locked up for the one time it was Volpe, but the pass handcuffed him. Tried to go back to Jones. Harrington knocked it away. Skated out and chipped ahead. Mistretta. Foot race. He gets there as Goldstein going to the goal. Pass a bit too far out of his reach. Goldstein takes it around. Tries to center it. Backhand try from Magnana. Didn't get through. Now it's brought ahead by Fielding. Fielding towards the slot, trying to dangle through. Chopped it wide of the goal. Coming over to get it was Petrie, but it got chopped through him, and back out come the Whalers. Kevin Kretz, Mistretta to the goal. Kretz from the circle lets one go, stopped by Degenfelder. No rebound. And this one from a few minutes ago might not have gone in the net. But he does look like Connor McDavid there on that play. And perhaps a goal-saving play there from Jack Mooney, number 18. You saw right as McNamee went to his backhand to try and stuff it, he swept it away. McNamee dangles, tries to stuff it off the outside of the goal. Back in front, Minardi jams it home. And it's a hat trick for Cam Minardi. Once again, McNamee creating to set this one up. Just feeds that backhander, Minardi. Hat trick, just really another Monday night for him as he jams it home. Just under 4 minutes left in the period, and still all Whalers. And here they come again, just blitzing Logan Dietz as the pass got to him. He clears it ahead, though, and Tyler Ferrante from the red line chips it in. Heads in after it, beats D'Angelo to it. But D'Angelo checks him to the boards. Minardi on to Grady Craig. McNamee with him. Kessler looking to join as well. Craig opens up from the slot. Stopped by Degenfelder and clear. D'Angelo right back in. Opens up. Looking for a shot. Steers it around. Minardi coming to get it. Plays it right back where it came from. Kessler had it poked around him by Dinkel. And on the backhand, Dinkel clears. Craig towards Kessler. And back out, McNamee. Minardi going towards the goal. McNamee on the backhand, drives through, looking to feed it down to Minardi. It was blocked. And shipped back out, Logan Dietz. Onside, takes it wide, shot misses. Comes all the way around. Ferrante hustling to keep it in, did, but Kessler chipped it right back out. Backhanded in, Craig on it. Looking for McNamee, pass a bit too far. Dinkel gets there. McNamee closed off that pass, though. Kessler jams it down to Minardi. Couldn't get through to the slot. And the T-Birds come right back out, but Kessler comes right back in, but that's offside as Goldstein jumped onto the ice out of the bench on the wrong side of the blue line. 2:03 left in the period. And too many out there for Southampton. O'Sullivan will go to the bench, or will he? He stopped, and now it's Magnana that's going to go to the bench. 2 minutes left in the period. O'Sullivan brings it in, kicks it to a stick behind the goal. Reaching for Craig, taken by Petrie. Petrie goes behind the net with it, wraps it around. Mistretta steps up. Mistretta down to the corner. What a pass. O'Sullivan scores. What a pass by William Mistretta as he sets up O'Sullivan, who buries it high blocker. 7-0 lead here for Southampton. Watch Mistretta just keep the legs moving. Sees O'Sullivan, spin. Practically a no-look pass there as he just spins and fires that one towards the slot. And O'Sullivan open, makes no mistake with the shot. 90 seconds to go. Here he comes again. Glove save, Degenfelder freezes it. With 1:25 left in the period. T-Birds look to clear. It comes back to the line. Mistretta. Shot redirected high by O'Sullivan. Not sure if it would have counted. So it was a pretty high shot there. Stick was pretty high from O'Sullivan as well. Here he comes again. Feeds that one on to McNamee. McNamee powering towards the goal. Still fed it through to O'Sullivan, who couldn't bury it. But it's a power play coming up once again for Southampton with 1:01 left in the period. Tripping is the call. And going to the box is someone. I couldn't quite get the number. We'll figure that out in a second here. 1 minute to go in period 2 and a chance to really put the hammer down here for Southampton. McNamee, high slot. Curls back. Harrington loses an edge. Goldstein back down to McNamee. McNamee towards the goal, redirected wide by O'Sullivan, spun back in front, bouncing puck. Goldstein jams it back towards the net. O'Sullivan couldn't get it through Degenfelder. Back down low, O'Sullivan with 30 left in the period, takes it wide. Stops up, goes to the cross, out high to Declan McNamee. McNamee, Rister looking for the stick of Goldstein. Cleared back out to the line. McNamee once more. Dangles through, walks right down Broadway. Looking backdoor for Mistretta. Handcuffed him. Final 10 of the period. Last chance here for Southampton before we hit triple zeros. They won't get a shot away. And that is how the second comes to an end, but they continue to pour it on as they put up a 4-spot in period 2. They lead it 7-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. We'll be right back with the third as Southampton looks to cap this one off over Connetquot Sayville in a moment here on LISN. "15 minutes to go here on LI Sports Network. 59 seconds of power play time left for Southampton, and they have the 7-0 lead over Connetquot Sayville Red. 3 in the first, 4 in the second. Cam Minardi with a hat trick. And now it's Fielding bringing it back in for the T-Birds. Short-handed, trying to get something here, get some momentum here in period 3. Steer towards the front. Look out, Jones couldn't get a shot away. I'm Brady Campbell with Wally Mitchell on camera here on the North Rink as Armusewicz makes another blocker save on Fielding. Craig towards Minardi, trying to knock it down. Fielding couldn't get it out. Kessler blocked another clearing attempt, swept it towards the front. Blocked off and cleared back out by the T-Birds. These two teams separated by just 2 points. It looks like it might be a bit of a wider margin by the end of tonight's game as Craig brings it in. Out of the box comes Logan Arnold, number 98 tonight. And it's cleared back out. So the T-Birds get the kill this time. Minardi right back in, takes it wide. Cam Minardi down to the circle, powers to the net on the backhand, couldn't get it through Degenfelder. Estrella fires it all the way around, and D'Angelo's D partner is going to pinch in to come get it. Goes behind the goal to Kessler. He gets tied up to the line and out, and Minardi will reset. D'Angelo with his teammates interchange. Aiden D'Angelo, quick cut, down to the circle, shoot save, Degenfelder, rebound comes back to him. Centers it all the way through, Mistretta fan, O'Sullivan knocked off the puck and it comes back out. And here's McNamee. Goes to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan finds his way through Tansey. Dips the shoulder, trying to stuff it. Stopped by Degenfelder. Behind the net, O'Sullivan. Centers again. Kretz didn't get much on it and jammed it wide. Cleared back out. And it's Nate Tansey. 1-on-2. Just chips it ahead. Harrington takes it. Feeds it on towards O'Sullivan. Knocks the puck down, goes in after it. O'Sullivan from the circle, glove save by Degenfelder. And he'll get the whistle. So we take a look back towards the end of period 2 while on the power play. O'Sullivan just jams that one wide, and he's going to get another look here. And a huge save by Degenfelder. Helping his team get the kill. Mistretta on goal through traffic. Stopped by Degenfelder. Cleared out and just out of the reach of Hinteman, who was hunting for a breakaway. And this one also becomes an icing. Comes back to Harrington. Loads up a wrister. Hits O'Sullivan square, and the rebound put back on goal was stopped by Degenfelder on Goldstein. Line change here. Minardi, Kessler, Magnotta out onto the ice. McNamee, O'Sullivan, Kretz to the bench. Comes back towards Harrington. We'll chop at it, hold it in. Cleared back out, though, by Van Gordon. Harrington separates him from the puck. Comes back to Minardi. Ahead to Mistretta. Mistretta stops up, gave the puck away to Dinkel. Dinkel chips it ahead. T-Birds trying to bring it in with numbers, but Minardi on the back check takes the puck away. Minardi trying to start it back up here rather quickly. Eventually finds him as he brings it in, trying to dance through Dinkel, cannot. And Madeline Dinkel will clear. Saucer pass, Mistretta. Minardi takes it wide. Minardi right through the crease. Dietz hustling after it, will clear it out. Craig under pressure. Able to weave past Dietz. And Grady Craig into the attacking zone. Cuts wide. Craig stops up behind the goal but gave the puck away to Petrie. And Petrie trying to lead the rush ahead for the T-Birds. Petrie cuts in, knocked off his stick by D'Angelo. Left the puck behind. D'Angelo will take it, eat some clock, and sky it out to Minardi. On to Magnotta. Minardi off for a change. Marley Magnotta loads up a shot off the stick that time of the defender and Mooney. The captain, Jack Mooney. Here he is on the cutback in neutral ice. Around Magnotta and Goldstein. Not through McNamee, though. And McNamee. Feeds it across to D'Angelo. D'Angelo cuts up in the high slot, sweeps it wide. Big bounce off the end boards. Under 10 minutes to go here in period 3. Goldstein. Stick handles it out high. Goes down to O'Sullivan. Return to Goldstein. The slot will give and go. Trying to backhand it through the McNamee. T-Birds wouldn't let it go. D'Angelo right back in to the slot. Lets one go wide. Backhand to the head by Fielding. McNamee lets it go for D'Angelo, trying to power his way in. Dietz was down. He got back up and the puck found him. Dietz toe drag, and then McNamee knocked it away from him. Stretch pass deflected in by Goldstein. Played back out. Intercepted, fresh off the bench. Comes William Mistretta. Mistretta down to the circle, stopped by Degenfelder. Big rebound. Tied up was O'Sullivan. It comes back out to Volpe. His pass knocked down by Jones. Jones has his pass blocked off. Back to Volpe, quickly on goal. Stopped and held by Armusowitz with 8:29 left. Of course, we mentioned the T-Birds. Just one game left after this one. This one not looking like it's going to go their way. Their final game this Saturday, the 21st, and they'll be in action against Northport Huntington Blue at 6:30. Looking to close out their season on a good note. Southampton in action. Of course, as we mentioned, they get tomorrow off before this gauntlet of a week continues. Get St. Patrick's Day off before they're back in action Wednesday, 7:50 against Ward Melville. As here they come, the Whalers again. Mistretta takes it wide. Mistretta couldn't stuff it through Degenfelder. Their next game after that, of course, Thursday, the 19th, 7:30 against St. Anthony's. And then their season ends Friday, the 20th, 8:40 against Smithtown Hauppauge Red, who just dominated Eastport South Manor moments ago. Jones couldn't swing it on goal halfway through period 3. Fed back down towards Volpe, knocked it down, bouncing puck past Jones. Minardi jamming at it. Steers it back out. Knocked away by Mistretta off the stick of Mooney. Mistretta takes it around the goal, sweeps it in front, intercepted by Petrie. And Petrie with the long toss. Taken back by Harrington. Puck up in the air, knocked down by Kretz. But he gave it away. And Tyler Jones. Blue line, drop pass. He took the hit. Volpe trying to send it across. One-timer, score! And the T-Birds are on the board. Great zone entry there for Connetquot Sayville. And wiring it home is Nicholas Fielding. Drop pass from Jones to Volpe. Looking to pass it there, and I suppose that counts, even though it slid off his stick. And plenty of time there for Fielding to wind that one up, and goes top shelf to get the T-Birds on the board. Goldstein works it out. O'Sullivan, numbers here for the Whalers. McNamee to the goal. O'Sullivan scores. Second of the game for Martin O'Sullivan as he goes blocker side. And just like that, gets the goal back for Southampton. Just a perfectly placed shot there from O'Sullivan. And the Whalers can start to turn their attention, well, to perhaps the off day tomorrow. Get their mind off of hockey for a brief 24 hours before 48 hours, I should say, before 3 games in 3 days on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then, of course, next week, the playoffs. There's Grady Craig. Goldstein knocked off the puck. Tansey tried to move in. O'Sullivan will get it back out. Stretch pass off the stick of McNamee, and Petrie back on it here. Wraps it around. Delayed penalty upcoming. Slashing looks to be the call. I believe this is going against Southampton, and it is. It's Evan Goldstein going off. Going on to the power play for the first time tonight. Connetquot Sayville. Goldstein off for Slashing, and now on the board. Do the T-Birds have one more in them? 5 minutes to go in the third. This is Jackson Volpe. Feeds one across, popped off the stick of Petrie. And Harrington may have hit someone there on the bench, but we play on. Volpe is wide open in the circle, trying to call for it. Fielding dances free, feeds it down to Jones instead, and Harrington got a stick in the way. Degenfelder stops it, flips it ahead towards Volpe. He goes across to Mooney. Mooney gains the zone. Drops it to Petrie. Petrie back down to Mooney. Up high. Petrie walks. Now Volpe opens up. Shoots. He made, and the rebound covered. With exactly 4 minutes to go. And exactly halfway through this power play as well. And from the slot, Volpe hits the post. Jackson Volpe got his opportunity that time. Put it in a good spot, but just rang the iron. Cleared back out by Southampton. Worked ahead to Petrie. Under pressure from McNamee. Has to move it over to Mooney. Volpe back to Mooney. Mooney into the attacking zone. Takes it down low. Mooney from a tough angle trying to stuff it. Getting the pillows on it that time was Armusewicz. Fired back out. Volpe, as the final seconds tick off the Connetquot Sayville power play, had it blocked. Mooney back in. Mooney to the slot. Mooney trying to dangle to the backhand. It trickles in on goal where it's covered. With just 2 seconds left on the power play. .302 left in the hockey game. And out of the box, Goldstein. Can he catch up to it? Degenfelder caught in between, decides to go for it. And made the right decision as he poked it away from Goldstein there at the last moment. Grady Craig into the attacking zone. Craig takes it wide. Craig to the backhand. Couldn't get it through. Another try. Flip just wide. Wrap try now at the side of the goal. Degenfelder wouldn't let him through. Giveaway in the slot. O'Sullivan shot blocked. Another try. Goes high. Misses. Minardi jams home the rebound for his 4th of the game. And makes it a 9-1 hockey game. And it looks like we've reached the point of running clock here in this one. O'Sullivan looking for the hat trick himself. He'll settle for the assist there. Perfectly played off the glass behind the goal. And how about the look at the Volpe chance on the power play off the post. Just couldn't get that one to go. Back out comes the puck here. Grady Craig on it, 90 seconds remaining. O'Sullivan back in. Looks from the slot. His shot goes high. Minardi back to O'Sullivan. Trying to jam it to the front. He's defended there by Mooney. Back in front. Minardi looking for number 5. Swings it wide. Craig jams it out high to Harrington. Dancing free from the circle. Kicked out. Rebound. Minardi to the backhand. His 5th of the game. As we enter the final minute, Cam Minardi does it again. Great job here by Hunter Harrington to open himself up for the shot. Minardi to the backhand, tucks it into the open net. As the Whalers hit double digits in this one. Cleared down the ice with 30. Kretz from the red line will dump it in. Gets checked. McNamee behind the goal. Quick cut back. McNamee now with 10. Throws it cross ice. Harrington can have one last look with the slapper that misses wide. All the way around it comes to McNamee. That'll do it. A dominant 10-1 win tonight for Southampton as they take care of business and get the victory over Connetquot Sayville Red. Career performance tonight, Cam Minardi, 5 goals, 2 goals, 2 assists for Martin O'Sullivan. A goal and 2 assists for Declan McNamee. Hunter Harrington, 2 goals. Kevin Kretz tacked on the goal. William Estrada, a great assist as well. Grady Craig with an assist. Aiden D'Angelo with a goal. Evan Goldstein with an assist as well. And a great performance between the pipes from Scott Armusewitz III. What a performance tonight from Southampton. We'll drop Connetquot Sayville under 500, 9-10-0. Still at 18 points and in 7th. And now 4 points behind Southampton. It grows, of course, their lead a little bit bigger over Connetquot Sayville. They improved to 11-6-0 on the season. Pick up points 21-22 and jump Longwood, at least for the time being, into 5th place. And they will have their gauntlet resume here in this final week on Wednesday night. Thank you so much for tuning in to our games here tonight. For Wally Mitchell on the camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score in this freshman matchup, Southampton Whalers 10, Connetquot Sayville Red T-Birds 1. You've been tuned in to freshman action here for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on the LI Sports Network. We will see you again Wednesday night. Have a great and happy St. Patrick's Day. Good night.